Hi everybody, this is Rivera-Wester and I'm here to provide you with the board summary from March 9th. I'm sorry that it's taken a little long. We've been dealing with several other challenges, and so I decided to go ahead and do it, even though there's going to be some information at the end of this video that may possibly negate some of the items we have approved. So I want to first thank the JROTC from Edison High School under the leadership of Lieutenant Colonel Carmen Hill. Thank you so much for coming that evening and for being so supportive. Then we had a special presentation regarding the Safety First initiative. We had Mr. Stout and Ms. Shaw-Smith that presented the background information and the update of the project that came from Vision Tulsa that was passed by voters in April of 2016. They prioritized schools in Tulsa Public Schools in Union and Jenks to see what changes needed to be made to improve safety for students, for parents, for staff members as they came and as they left our schools. If you have noticed new striping, the signage, or new lighting, or changes to the sidewalks around some of our schools, they all came from this project. From there, we moved on to the consent agenda. As you may recall, consent agenda items are items that we do vote on. They were presented to us in a prior board meeting where we had most of our questions, and then at this meeting they were either in consent agenda items or in action agenda items. So with the consent agenda, we approved all the ones that I'll be listing the way that they were written. Contracts for East Central and Nathan Hale proms, contract to use Kincaid coach lines to transport McLean students to a university in Kansas that they've expressed interest in. We approved an MOU with the YMCA Go Club to offer the program at Hamilton, Kendall Whittier, Clinton West, Cooper, McClure, and Whitman Elementary this summer. Also, we approved the purchase of musical instruments for various sites to whatever vendor is selected. We also approved a contract with Grade Minds to provide the district access to math professional development sessions. We entered into a multi-agency agreement to support City Lab. We approved booster clubs at Booker T. Washington and Edison, amendments for the interior renovations at Edison and the new stadium at Rogers College, and finally contracts for interior renovations at Patrick Henry and Salk Elementary to improve the Carver Middle School Stadium and to resurface the tracks at S.E. Williams, LaFortune, and Rogers Stadiums. From there, we moved into our action agenda items, which we also voted and approved. The first one is we approved naming the new field house at McLean High School, Tulsa McLean Athletics Center. We approved to name the basketball court, Bolton Piggy's Court, the hospitality suite, Joe Shoulders Hospitality Suite, and the entrance to the gym, Tatia Brown Commons area. We also approved a contract with Musical Theater International Production for royalty and rental for the performance of Xanadu at Booker T. Washington. And last but not least in our action agenda items is entering into an MOU with Northeastern State University, also known as NSU, to provide concurrent enrollment education courses to juniors and seniors interested in the education as a profession. Next, we will move into our information agenda. The following are recommendations for which we ask questions, but we also want your feedback. So please message me if you have any feedback regarding these. One is to enter into a contract with Living Arts of Tulsa for Central High School's prom on April 25th. An agreement with DJ Connection for Hale Senior Prom on April 11th. contracts for MacArthur Elementary and Patrick Henry Elementary to use Post Oak Lodge and Retreat for their staff retreat in May or June, and enter into an agreement with Heartspring of Wichita, Kansas to provide services that are absolutely necessary but are not found here in the state of Oklahoma for students that need a lot of services. Another one is another agreement with Modus for transportation services for students going and coming from work study programs for vocational training at Bridges, New Leave, and Goodwill Industries. Enter into an MOU with Tulsa Job Corps so that TPS would provide teachers to the students at Job Corps, while Job Corps would provide the other supports that they usually provide. Next is contract for bids for strategic school planning support to the district and site personnel. Also enter into an agreement with ONG that would allow our energy specialists to electronically access natural gas usage and billing information. Also approve there's a recommendation to approve a change order for work on the McLean Fieldhouse and the HVAC unit replacement at Hamilton Elementary. Increase the service contract to update the energy management system. Approve LED stage lighting purchase for Hale High School, and enter into an agreement with Resolute PR to support our school leaders and district office with marketing materials for our schools. And this was something that the public discussed and talked about. We have received word that the marketing materials would not include any student data. So as a reminder, the next formal board meeting or regularly scheduled board meeting is March 23rd, so the Monday after this week at 6:30. However, as most of you are aware, this week is spring break, and we have, as a district, been closely monitoring the coronavirus or COVID-19 situation. So tomorrow at 5, we will hold a meeting. The board will hold a meeting to discuss the status of this virus, specifically in our state, and what this means for our district students, our families, and our staff. We know that out-of-state trips for this month and international travel have been canceled in order to keep all of our district families and our district staff safe. So expect a video with the outcomes about tomorrow's meeting in the next couple of days. In the meantime, please stay safe, enjoy spring break, but above all, stay safe. Make sure your children are washing their hands, eating and sleeping well, and expect another video. Talk to you guys soon.